Hello guys, welcome to another video on interest on capital. In this video, we will cover a sum which will help us to clarify our doubts even better and build our concepts. So let's get started. So here we have the sum and some of the scenarios which are covered in the sum. A and B contribute rupees 6 lakhs and rupees 4 lakhs respectively as their capital. Their respective share of profit is 2:1 and the profit before interest on capital for the year is rupees 40,000. That means the firm has earned a profit of 40,000 during the year. We need to compute like the interest on capital in these scenarios. The first one talks about if the partnership deed is silent as to the interest on capital. Second one, if the interest on capital is provided as per the partnership deed at the rate 3% per annum. Third one, if the partnership deed allows interest at the rate 5% per annum. If interest on capital is allowed at the rate 5% per annum as a charge against profit, as the fourth one. And fifth talks about if the interest on capital is allowed at the rate 3% as per the partnership deed. Sixth one talks about if interest on capital is allowed at the rate 5% as per the partnership deed as a charge against profit. So every scenario is different from each other. So let's get started. Look into this one by one. The first one, where the partnership deed is silent about the interest on capital. In that case, no interest on capital is provided to the partners because the deed is silent. So we have to look forward to this information in the question and do accordingly. Second one says interest is allowed at the rate 3% per annum. So we just calculate a normal calculation, 3% of 6 lakhs, which is 18,000, and 3% of 4 lakhs for B, which is 12,000. Total interest is coming to rupees 30,000. And remember the profit amount was 40,000, so we have sufficient profit in this case, so full interest on capital will be provided to the partners in this case. Okay, let's move on. The third one, interest is allowed at the rate 5% per annum. So here we do a 5% of 6 lakhs for A, which is 30,000 as interest on capital, and 5% of 4 lakhs for B, which is 20,000 as interest on capital. So total interest on capital is coming to 50,000. However, the profit amount is just 40,000. So profit is insufficient. So in this case, rupees 40,000 will be distributed among the partners A and B in the ratio of their interest on capital, which is 3:2. So A would get rupees 24,000 and B would get rupees 16,000 as interest on capital. This amount will be distributed among them. So this is what they will be getting as a complete share out of 40,000. Let's move on to the next one. The fourth scenario says that interest is charged at the rate 5% per annum. So in this case, it's a charge against profit. So we do a normal calculation here as well. 5% of 6 lakhs, 30,000 and 5% of 4 lakhs, which is 20,000. Total interest is 50,000. Here in this case as well, the profit is insufficient. However, since it is a charge against profit, full interest on capital will be provided to the partners. So full 50,000, which is a division of 30 and 20, will be provided to the partners. And the resulting loss will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio, which is 2:1. Okay, let's move on to the fifth case. Here, interest is allowed at the rate 3%. So just notice here that the per annum word is not used. So what difference does it make? When the per annum word is not used, the time period is not considered at all. So whenever we calculate interest, we do it for 12 months, full year. In this case, however, the contribution was made at the beginning of the year. There is no date mentioned. So all our calculations are as per that 12 months only. However, if there was any month, we would have ignored it. If the contribution was done during the year, mid of the year, or any additional capital was introduced, and if the per annum word is not used, we will not consider any time period. Everything will be calculated for 12 months. So this is also the same. Here also we're getting total interest of 30,000, 18 and 12,000 as per our previous calculation. And here also full interest will be provided to the partners because there is sufficient profit. The profit amount is 40,000. The last case, interest is charged at the rate 5%. Here also per annum word is not used. However, it's a charge against profit. Here also time period won't be considered. Full 50,000 will be distributed among the partners in the ratio of their interest on capital, which is 3:2 in this case. So 40,000 will be distributed same as before as we discussed, 24,000 for A and 16,000 for B. I hope this sum was helpful in understanding the concepts for interest on capital. Thanks for watching. We'll catch up on another video with another sum to help you clarify the concepts even better. Till then, goodbye.